Alright. I am here again with more Artisan. I saw one deck in normal historic. Oh, let me move my mic a bit, actually. I saw one deck running this in a normal historic, not like historic Artisan, and it was like a weird kind of ping you combo with a bunch of artifacts, and that kind of gave me the idea to try it here in Artisan. You don't have too many win conditions, like Cosmic whatever and Ether Flux Reservoir, like casting a bunch of spells in a turn, Karn the Great Creator, like I don't have these things. But with Creation of Avacyn again, what do you know? It's pretty reliable to always get this. And what this does is every time you cast a color spell, you make a spawn. And I'm going to call them Scions, you can fight me. And whenever a colorless creature enters, you ping them. So essentially all of your artifacts come with 1 damage because they all come with 1 Scion. That seems kind of interesting. So you just cast a bunch of artifacts and hopefully your opponent dies, right? A lot of these replace themselves immediately, right? You pay 1 to cast it, you get a Scion. These ones in particular are like free, sort of, with this in play. I had Foundry Street Inspector, or Foundry something Inspector. It discounts all of your artifacts by 1. However, that did not seem necessary. So if I can make room for something else that helps me win the game, like Mayhem Devil, I think I'll try that instead. Anything I sacrifice deals 1 damage to any target. Doesn't have to go to my opponent's face. Most of the times it will, though. Dragon Spark Reactor is kind of just your every artifact puts a charge counter here. I have a fair amount of artifacts, and then I send it to my opponent's face later. They cost 4 mana, not too difficult when I'm creating a bunch of Scions, right? I had another card in here instead for a second. See if I can't just find it real quick. Yep. Underhanded Designs. Every time an artifact enters, I pay 1. I steal a life. That paying 1 was not free, and sometimes I couldn't do that and started to feel kind of tough. But if I wanted to stay mono black, I suppose this is possible, right? Mana is a little bit better that way. I do have, red cards, 1 double black card, and then 1 true colorless card. So that's kind of why the lands look the way they do. You can run, what's interesting is, I've killed 1 person. They stabilized at 1, and then I just drew a desert and poked them for 1. Like, this is probably an auto-include in the deal 1 damage at a time strategy, so I like that. The Faceless Agent is in here because it draws an Eldrazi. Guess what? This is the only Eldrazi, right? I have 3 Mayhem Devils, so this always does draw this. I think it's, yeah, in your current library. I don't think it's your starting library. So if it's, if I have one of these and it's 50-50, if I drew 2 of these and it's always a Mayhem Devil. I initially had all 4 of these, but I forgot that it will draw itself, and that feels kind of stupid. So, yeah, that's why there's only 1 in here. It's just another way to get Fleshraker. And that's about it. Yeah, we just play artifacts, we ping our opponent, we try to win. Let's do it. Send it. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, we have 1. Actually, we have 1 of each win condition. That's interesting. I have not killed anybody with a reactor. I might go down one of these. Seems a little... It's been tougher than I wanted it to consistently cast them. Oh boy. Let's see. I can cast reactor right now. I can... Actually, you know what? This might not be winnable. I don't think I can beat this because they gain life, and that's a lot of life that I probably can't race. Yeah, that's 2 life a turn slows me down a lot. Like a lot. Okay. We can play... Well, I can't... Whatever I scry goes away. If they have another O-ring, we just concede. Don't feel like playing this. Kind of unbelievable that they have Stone Cold Nothing, but sure. That's kind of crazy. My opponent just did nothing last turn. What does this do? They do not control an artifact. I have no idea why they did not put that on the life-linking creature. That's unusual and makes no sense. Okay, my opponent clearly just top-decked that. Why not? Or they had it last turn and chose not to cast it. Alright, well, I mean, given the situation, I can kill their creatures instead. And I'm not entirely against doing that. Let's do red here. I think 2 damage going to this is fine. Okay. I have an army of blockers as well, technically. I can stop right now, or I can just keep going. Guess it makes sense to keep going. I don't know if I can kill this. That's the problem. That's why I'm kind of like nervous. Maybe I... Alright, I'm just gonna send it. Okay, this is free to cast. It just replaces the Scion. Looks like I might have been able to kill the companion, so hopefully it doesn't gain flying or something. Surely my opponent doesn't find another O-ring. Or flying. That would also kill me. Or trample. or trample. We have 2 spells, huh? Enchanted creature loses all abilities and becomes a 3/3. Okay, I guess they jacked that up. Guess we'll take that. Use it to our advantage. Let's poke them here. Can you bestow your opponent's creatures? Oh, I guess you can bestow other people's stuff. I didn't know that. I don't know when you would ever do that, but now, I mean, that's the time to do it, right? Okay, let's look for more things. I'm not sure. I still don't feel like I want to ping my opponent's creatures. I can make an army of chump blockers at this point, and that's obviously a boatload of life to try to sift through. Guess we'll use our mana this way. There are some colored spells that wouldn't be too bad at casting. I feel like I would have won already if I had both of these, so it's kind of crazy. Okay, already played my land. I guess I stop here. Guess it's free to crack this. Alright. So I can swing or I can block. Or I can do neither. If... Yeah, my opponent could simply... Okay. Again, there's an argument to killing the 3/3. I just obviously didn't do it. That's interesting. Sure. Okay, just making some chump blockers, I guess. I'll just take 3. If I kill both of these, if I'm able to... Okay, or I'm just dead because I didn't draw anything. Oh. This game was not over. was dead, dude. I was dead. Bro, I was dead. Like, you did. My opponent just, like, didn't. This is why you keep staying the game. Like, I'm just dead. I'm literally just dead. Like, I block, I take two, I poke him for, well, I guess I surveil, or scry. I'm just dead. Like, alright, whatever. Okay, after, like, 30 minutes of play, I felt as though the, 2-mana artifact was not doing much there, as like a win condition. And Mayhem Devil is a little rough to cast sometimes, it feels. I feel like Glimpse is pretty useful. I just like everything this card is doing. So, like, if we don't cast the spells, we get the Eldrazi tokens, and if, you know, I don't know, it just goes both ways. A lot of things in my deck are super cheap, too, so it's pretty easy to kind of cast everything off of this. And I went down a bunch of lands and added Relic of Progenitus, because I was getting flooded a lot, and this deck stops at 3 mana, and some of the 3-drops are like, I don't even need many of these to actually cast them, but yeah, because like I generate mana off of everything from this one, and yeah, let's try this. Let's try that. Alright. This hand is convincing. Gotta play at least one of these. I didn't draw my land, so I probably have to draw multiple. Yeah, I just gotta do this. Need to hit the land there. Of course not. Jeez. Well, I mean, I hit it, I guess. A little too late, but... So, we're looking for time to play... Like, kind of get two of these and play at the same time, really? Which again, doesn't seem like I have the time to do. Yep, just pass. I can crack this whenever I want. I probably will right now. Yeah, I'm just gotta draw anything that isn't... just more cards, right? Just go deeper. Whatever. Show me it. That's not it. Apparently they have green in their deck. That's unusual. Okay, they didn't have it. Oh, still have a 1-mana card. Why not? Probably the 1-mana lightning bolt. I mean, what lightning bolt was 1 mana? I mean the galvanic whatever. They did not create a 3/3. I don't know why. And you lost 4 more. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Lembus. Does that change anything? No, not really. Let's play you. I should be cracking my scions here, not tapping my lands. I don't need more than I have currently, right? I'm gonna amass too many, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, we did it. We did it. Nice. I think it was guaranteed. Let's see. They take 2. Yeah, yeah. We just killed him right here. Sweet. No 1 mana lightning bolt. I don't know what the green is. It's very confusing. Yeah, just no answer to this, and I mean, this got really close though, so very, very thin line there, but we got there. Okay, so I took out Mayhem Devil. It is clearly not doing anything ever, and Deadly Dispute gives me some kind of like comeback if my combo dies, my combo creature, right? Again, there's already kind of a fair amount of ways to get this every game, so I don't feel too bad about it, right? Going to 6 also isn't too big of a deal, and a lot of my deck is kind of just the same thing over and over. So I think trying some of these is fine, and I don't even have to sacrifice this. I can sacrifice any of my other artifacts. Gives me a treasure, sacrifice an Eldrazi token, treasure. I think this is fine, so let's try that. Okay, drew a second one. Never really upset with that. Hopefully there's no red here. Of course there's red. Can't help themselves. Red, 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 dude. I swear. Everyone's playing red. Everyone's playing red, dude. It's crazy. So, what do we do next turn? A land would be nice. It's not what I meant, but I'll take it. Opponent appears to have nothing. I'll just play this then. Oh, okay. Didn't expect that, nor do I really care. That's fine. Could have been worse. You can just play this next turn. This is wild. I have not seen anything like this before. These are the OG Zendikar lands. I didn't even know they were in the game. Sweet. Yikes. Alright. I suppose the Scry is more useful than anything? No, we'll just play this. I'm not upset with that. But there's an argument to the scrying being good. So these 2 Scions let me cast both these at the same time, which is very useful. The only problem is this does not look like the kind of deck that casts threats, so I don't know if I'll have the wherewithal to, like, cast spells. That gives me some hedge. I actually like this. I like this. I almost don't want to put one of these under here, but I mean, is what it is. Alright. Might be getting harder and harder to play Magic against this, but I'm just kind of building up for maybe some kind of explosive turn. Of course, yep, like I said. Probably didn't want to put that under there, but whatever. Worst case scenario. I should have drew in response. I held priority wrong. Okay, well, I mean, I can still maybe just win right now. And I probably assume this is my last chance at it. So I'm going to just try to take that chance. It's already kind of close to killing my opponent. So. Actually, they might just be dead. Oh, not quite. Okay, now I think they are. Alright, we got him. Nice. Blue-red control. Just got schmeeded. Look at that. They tapped out and got immediately blasted because they did so. I didn't expect a turn where they would tap out, but yeah, this getting bounced. It was funny because I'm thinking, like, of course they're gonna have a bounce spell. I can't remember the last time I've even seen a bounce spell. So that's kind of crazy, but I guess it makes sense, right? If you don't have black, you kind of need to answer, like, universal things in some way, and this is kind of a nice way of doing it. This is a Braid. Angrass Rampage, maybe? Wouldn't really be bothered by that one. My opponent's just playing Shatter. That's mind-bogglingly insane to me. It's just playing Shatter. What? Excuse me? Like, what? If I was just playing Shatter, I'm not even upset with that. It's just like, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind to play that. Most decks that I play against don't have any artifacts. It's mostly enchantments, actually. There's like a disenchant maybe and stuff, but like that's just insane to me. Okay, let's play this. Let's play this. I guess I'll go to attacks. Okay, apparently my opponent has stone cold nothing. That's bananas. I mean, the shatter makes me think that makes sense, so. Okay, what's going on? Apparently nothing. I'm just gonna get the 2 damage now. Maybe it's like a target attacking creature card. That's why it held priority there or something. Tragic. Still kind of incentivized to keep this land untapped here, so. Oh, poop. Shoot. Hey, not great. Okay, there is another color in this deck. So, no, there's white, but they're still playing this. They could play Disenchant instead. It's just strictly better, right? Maybe they're running both. At least there's no board wipe. I do need to draw something, though. Okay, some sort of life gain triggers. You got it. That is a very good card. Red. I guess tapping the colorless lands are pseudo-free. I don't have to sack these. Okay. Let's play you. How do I get this last card? Deadly Dispute is another way to find it. There it is. Alright, nice. I guess we have the desert. Put him to 1 first. Send a message. Nice. Alright. I changed the deck around and it's doing a lot better than it was the first, like, hour of playing it. I have not played a Faceless Agent yet. This would be the first game where I played it. See if it feels good to actually cast it. I mean, there's only 1 in the deck. I can play it next turn. Deadly Disputing it away is pretty satisfying. Okay, play this, play that. And my opponent also might have no incentive to just kill this random 2/2, so it could just sit there for a while. Looks like there is an answer to it, though. Sure. Huh, interesting. Let's poke him. The 2-mana artifacts I don't feel bad about casting before this is in play. Looking for that. I guess if I don't have to sack this to this, I just won't. Another land is interesting, but I might not need that. If I can maybe dig for another Fleshraker, that would be interesting. But all the damage this is dealing is kind of significant. That's bad news. Please be another 2-drop. Okay, this is bad. Oh, wow. Sure. Frostbite. They'll probably just send the Frostbite, which is unfortunate, but again, not really that big of a deal, right? We don't necessarily need that card. Okay, I think I'm actually going to wait a turn to do anything. I'm always doing this anyways. This wouldn't trigger the Flesh Gorger. Okay. Let's play this, see what happens. A bunch of Eldrazi tokens are kind of useful. Can play this out of... Actually, no, we're going to play this. Right. It's like I get my tap land in play, and I also just get that as a mana in some form. I think this is fine. We could run Impact Tremors. I've seen that. I don't think I like it too much, though. This is a wizard? Oh, it is a wizard. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I usually see this in Rug Elemental decks. And blue-white flying and stuff. I didn't know it was a wizard, though. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it's very, very, very likely I do not get another turn. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So I will spend my mana to cast this. See what happens. I need 17 triggers, which is kind of nuts. Not gonna lie. Okay. Can I cast this and also play another card? I can. Alright. That gives me a lot more to work with here. Yeah. I think we got it. Oh, yeah. We absolutely have this. Sound effects are funny. Nice. Real nice. Okay, yeah. I went up Deadly Disputes. I know I just said I was going to add Impact Tremors or think about it, but, well, I thought about it. I don't think this is the Impact Tremors kind of thing. Oni Cult Anvil is another interesting one, but again, that feels more like the black-red other kind of artifact deck, where it's like, you know, you're playing a Mayhem Devil slower game, you probably have removal, you're not running all of these. I think that's just, we start to look like a different deck if we go too crazy, but I'm fine with dropping some Limbus for this. This card has just felt good every time I've cast it, so just more of that's fine. Where the 2 mana artifacts have felt a little awkward sometimes, especially Limbus, excuse me, Limbus specifically. Now, it has saved me, I think 1 or 2 games, but still, that's not really, like, this just got to be better, so let's run more of that. I'm just looking for a land, and then Glimpse hopefully gets me the rest of the way. That's probably too ridiculous. What do we get rid of in this hand? A star? I don't want to get mana screwed. Getting rid of a star is like the worst thing ever, though. Could just drop this. Alright. Taking a risk. Alright. Immediately happy. Blue, but it's a disruption. Black. Okay. No discard, please? Sure. Death Touch as long as you control another burp. Why not? Next turn I could play Glimpse. I could just run 2 of these in the same turn. I could just play this, get a bunch of Scions, and then dump both of these out, maybe in the same turn? Assuming there's no counter or something. I don't know if you would even counter this, but... Okay, it could be a removal spell. Yeah, we're just going to send this. There's no outcome. I feel terrible. Oh, I lied. Oh, I lied. That's an outcome I don't like. I don't like losing. I don't like losing that. Wow, that was loud. That was really loud. So now I'm just waiting for a turn for them to tap. Ooh, didn't think I'd get it so early. Think we're gonna send it right now. I think we're gonna send it. We have 4 already. That's basically lethal. Nice, we did it. Look at that. Was kind of sketched out if I would ever get a turn where they weren't tapped out, but fortunately, you know, some people have no idea they need to respect anything, and there's also a chance they don't have any removal anyways, but this land with the disruption makes me think they absolutely do, so nice. Unsuspicious, unsuspecting swamp, turn 1. Oh no, life gain, how dare you. I'm going to play this, because that's the only way I get to play this next turn. This doesn't help me. Kind of miserable, but it is what it is. Okay, that's fine. Yep. This, I don't know what's going on, but I already have 2 of these in play. I don't feel bad about losing one here if this gets, like, answered or something. It's so weird to answer this card to me. It's just like a weird feeling to ever try to answer this. It's just goofy. So this is blue-green. I feel kind of safe just sort of casting one of these right now. I feel probably maybe too safe. Let's see. Alright, they have a spell that's castable. I'm just going to send one out. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like it's a bounce spell. Okay, yeah, it was a bounce spell. That's totally fine. You could play Kendra's Transformation, but that's like a wild decision. Oh, these are caves. Ooh, okay, this is cool. Alright. I like this. Oh, come on. Come on. Who plays that card? Who plays that? What are you doing? Calm down. So I can cast both of these right now, and they appear to have no answer to them, so I guess I might as well, right? Even if I don't win right now, it's probably just fine to cast them. It is also a ton of damage. This is free. Alright, I was out of cards. I was out of cards. Like, I didn't just win right here. I could crack one of these to draw. I guess I could crack both to draw 2, but then I'd be completely out of mana. So the next card had to be a 1-mana artifact. Once my hand was empty, I think it was worth it to keep playing this game out. But again, this is a blue-green deck with a lot of slow tapped lands. So this is probably some kind of... well, I guess some kind of blue-green, excuse me, blue-green adventures. So that's kind of cool. It sucks that this this is good against me, but fortunately it didn't like blow us out of the water. But that is kind of annoying. This keeps happening to this stupid card. I don't like it. I don't like it. Eldrazi, spicy. Okay, I did end up hitting a land. Probably still makes sense to do this though. I don't have to do it right now, but I highly doubt my opponent's graveyard matters. I mean, they named Eldrazi. I don't think that their graveyard matters. Not many do. Alright, so Honest Eldrazi. I can get behind that. I can play this, and I will. This gives me a definitive, like, you know, turn to start to actually win the game. Alright. I can Glimpse next turn. Not a lot of naturalizes in Eldrazi. There's like that one random kicker card that I guess does it. But I definitely have time here. Oh man, with the exiling this card, why every time? Please, game, please. Stop hitting my Fleshrakers. That is really loud. This card is like really loud if you don't... I can see why the person in the art has gone crazy. Because that is loud. It's a Fleshraker, except mine is better. And actually does something. This one might just be value. Value's for plebs. We're not here for value. We're here to kill. Alright. Very, very unlikely I lose. I mean, I basically already won. I just need one more thing, and I have a lot of looks at it, so... there it is. GG. Nice. Oh, they conceded. Opponent, all you had to do was just let the priority resolve. It would have been faster. Oh, well, apparently not. They beat it. Yeah. Cool. Actual Eldrazi. I haven't seen this in a while. Okay, so after thinking about it for a while, I'm not sure if this is actually better than a 1-mana cycler. I think we might be better off running more 1 mana cycler things. Because the only time this feels really good is if I don't have a third land, right? I go land, land this, and then I can untap, have 3 mana to do whatever, like one of these things or something like that. But with that logic, I would almost prefer this itself be a land, right? Like, oh, the only time this is good if I don't have a land. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So this is probably better off as a 1 mana artifact for this. And I don't feel like I'm losing that much. There is an argument that, like, some games, like, oh, I'm building up a bunch of mana for a turn where I cast, like, 1 or 2 of these in the same turn, right? And then I, like, go off or something. And I want all that mana to just cast my spells to go off. But the thing is, the mana that I'm ramping up into is to cast these. And those are already kind of free when I have this, right? So I don't really know if I like Mind Stone. I think I'm actually going to drop Mind Stone. And the same is kind of true with Lembas. I don't really know if I like Lembas here. It's sort of the same exact logic, right? Except it doesn't cost a mana to draw. I just draw immediately. Again, I've said it a few times already, the life gain has saved me in a couple games where, like, oh, I need it to be at 22 life before I could combo off. 20 wasn't enough, right? That happened a couple times. That is no reason to justify this card, though. And I think the rest of this card was not... It just didn't feel good. And Deadly Dispute, on turn 2, is something that feels kind of fine, right? Like, if I really need another mana source, especially if that mana source is a black mana source, it would make sense to play a 1 mana rock, or excuse me, a 1 mana artifact, and then go right in to a Deadly Dispute, which could very well give me my second black source for this. So I actually think it feels kind of totally fine, if not completely better, to play more of these. Which ones I run, I don't know. Whichever you feel is the cutest. I guess Scroll of Avacyn. Isn't there a second scroll for, like, a demon? Isn't there a demon version of this? I thought there was. Maybe not. Yeah, this probably just has to be better. This has to be better. Actually, you know what? You know what? I said I was done, but I feel like that's a significant enough change to where I want to try a few more games with it. Snow-covered wastes. Wow. Look at that. So we got it next turn. I don't know why I played this on turn 1. I don't know. I really don't know why I did. I don't think we want to play this card. I don't think so. I feel it's way too slow. Is this true colorless? That seems completely nuts. Maybe it is. Nope, of course not. I mean, I could turn this into a creature pretty reliably, but also seems kind of crazy to try to do that. All right, I'm gonna play some of these, I think. Maybe just one. Maybe the ones that cost, like... Maybe like that one. I don't really know what's going on, so... Okay. It just replaced itself. I feel like I have kind of a lot of time, especially when they tap that island. I feel like I have, like, a lot of time here. I'm not sure what punishes me from just doing things right now, so I'm just going to start doing things. I can actually just sit here and not crack any of these and just sit behind all these tokens. That's probably fine, right? Well, maybe I should cycle them before I cast more, because another Fleshraker, obviously I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll just pass, I think. Kind of nervous if something happens, but again, it seems like super colorless and they're blue? Alright, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I don't think my opponent was probably even close to killing me, right? Like, they apparently had nothing that was big that they could cast. I don't know what more blue mana would even do for them. Like, they probably don't really need any more mana. They could just generate Scions here repeatedly. I didn't necessarily win next turn either, so... But I think this back and forth probably favors me. If I just sit here, right? I mean, I can just keep pinging away, looting and stuff. I really don't think there's any way for them to kill this. So, yeah. Just feels like I'm going to win that no matter what. Okay, so I played some more games after I had added all of these, and they did kind of feel better. Now, mind you, I fizzled a lot. Mind Stone would have had nothing to do with that, though. Like, I played against, like, a bunch of red decks and things that were going to kill me anyways, so I didn't get a lot of good, like, footage to show why that would be it, and I don't want to play for an additional hour, right? I was already playing a ton after this change. Yeah, I really do like this change, though. I do feel like this was the right thing to do in the long run anyways. And yeah, with that, I'm out of stuff to talk about the deck. I like it. If you like this, play it. If you don't, well, you'll probably never play against it, because I don't think anyone knows it exists. This format is pretty unexplored. And I have seen nobody come even close to playing something like this. But I liked it. It was fun. It was consistent. And yeah, there you go. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.